How do you know when to move forward with an idea? Now, there's some of you out there that are like me. We get our 3 a.m. and our 4 a.m. inspirations, and I get them quite often. There's some of us that get them while we're driving. Even some of us that are while we're riding the bus or when we're in the shower. It doesn't matter when they come and it doesn't matter where they come from. All it matters is should you put any time, effort, and energy behind it. Now, there's 3 things that I really want you to consider when you have an idea that comes to you if it's worth pursuing. First thing is allow yourself a 24-hour, even a 48-hour delay period before acting upon that idea. Reason why I say give yourself 24 hours at minimum is because you want to find out if that idea is still as potent and as strong and as moving as it was when it first came to you. A lot of times you'll find out that the very next day after it's all settled and it's all said and done, it really wasn't worth pursuing in the first place, okay? The second thing I want you to consider is, does it move my project, my business, or my endeavor forward? Meaning, does it go with my mission and does it get me to my vision? Third thing I want you to think about is it complementary? Now let me give you an example. I own a health and wellness store, and we carry an array of vitamins and supplement products. But we're very selective on what we carry in our store due to the demographics of our retail shoppers. Now we're constantly getting bombarded with freebies, people sending us samples, and I mean literally full-size samples of products that they want us to try and hopefully fall in love with to have into the store. And let me be honest with you, I have fell in love with several products, but I realized they weren't complementary to my store and worth me allocating any square footage to because it wasn't going to make sense for my demographics and for my retail shoppers. The product was great, but it wasn't going to be able to come into the store. So, current example, we have cleansing products in our store. And a new company emerged and they wanted to introduce their cleansing products and have room on our shelf to be able to display their products. I had to ask those 3 things and I had to really consider them. One, I had to really give myself that delay time to really figure out, is it worth me bringing into the store? It makes sense, it's complementary, but am I gonna have to re-educate my customers? Am I gonna have to re-educate my employees? Or is this something that I can seamlessly merge together? And I was able to answer yes to all 3. I gave it the 24-hour delay time and I also sampled the product, but then I also thought about it's something I can easily merge together and it's something that goes right along with our mission to get to our vision. So guess what? It made it to our shelves. Now let me give an example of what didn't make it to our shelves but was a great idea, but it wasn't worth pursuing and putting action behind, was beauty products. I was given an array of samples of all these skincare products that wanted to come into our store. They were sent by various vendors from various companies. Although I love the products, I knew a few things that would have to happen in order to really successfully allow it to make sense to come into our store. The first thing is, one, our employees would have to get educated on this beauty product line and on the skincare line, okay, and what skin type it would go for. And then they would have to take time out from really servicing the existing customers to kind of train our new customers, okay? Second thing was I would have to start a whole new marketing and ad campaign to really start putting it out there that we now carry beauty products. And it just really didn't make sense to do that. Now, don't get me wrong. They were going to give me perks, which was a free display sign, freebies to give away to customers, but it was going to be too much work in the long run. It was almost like starting a whole new endeavor, a whole new project to what we already had going on, and it just wasn't worth our time at that particular time to really be able to bring that product line in, so I declined. Although I loved it, although I thought it was a great idea, it just didn't make sense for us to move forward with it. So some of you out there are toiling with, should I move forward with this? Should I add this? Does this make sense? Really consider those 3 things and really find out, is it worth your time, effort, and energy to put behind? And you got to be able to count the costs, because sometimes ideas come, but they come with their own project management list of things that you have to do just to be able to add that there. And guess what? We all have 24 hours in a day. So you've got to really ask yourself, is it worth pursuing? I'm not going to stop there though, because guess what? This Thursday on the live Teresa Springer show, we're going to be talking about just that, how to launch out on your big idea and actually make profit from it. We're going to have a discussion as it relates to the what, the why, and the how. So this Tipsy Tuesday is going to be carried on into this Thursday, July 25th at 6:30 p.m. live on the Teresa Springer show. Now there's two ways in which you can attend. You can attend via live stream, or you can attend as a live studio audience member. Doesn't matter which one, you just want to make sure that you're there. And all of the information will be attached to this video, somewhere on this video. So I want to thank you again for allowing me this time to really share of my tips that I use and that I'm able to give to you. Now, how do I know that you appreciate the tips that I give you? By liking them, by sharing them, by commenting, positively commenting below. And I would love to hear your feedback as it relates to other things that you may want insight on or you may want answers to. I would love to be able to answer that for you, and you never know, it may be on my next Tipsy Tuesday. So whatever the case, stay tuned to next Tuesday because I've got more to come. See you soon.